What's up? This is Ty Young, WNBA Sneaker Queen, and you're watching Questions of the Soul on Slam.
What's good, world? This is Max Resitar from SLAMKICKS. Welcome to Questions of the Soul, powered by eBay. I'm here with 12-year WNBA vet and the certified sneaker queen, Ty Young. Ty, thank you for joining us. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, Max. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So before we get into these questions, everything that you see here is all available on eBay. It's 100% backed by their authenticity guarantee, and there are no fees on any of these purchases. But Ty, before we start these questions, you have such a vast knowledge of footwear that spans eras, it spans brands, and I'm wondering, where did you develop this incredible knowledge that you have of footwear?
It's just loving sneakers as a kid growing up. But I'm getting kind of nervous. I don't know. These questions, I get nervous when it comes to quizzes. So let's see how knowledgeable I am.
We're going to start off with an easy one. We're going to take it back to 2001. Because there was a day in 2001 where you cut class and you went to the mall to get a specific pair of sneakers. So in 2001, what pair of sneakers did you cut class for?
Definitely the Air Jordan 11, the cool grays. I had to cut class, you know, they were re-releasing. It was like a random Wednesday or something at Foot Action back at home. And so I faked sick so I can get out of school early. And my dad was always cool. So he picked me up and I'm like, well, hey, Dad, can we go by the mall real quick? So that's how I got those.
Awesome. So we got that moment in 2001. We're going to fast forward a little bit to 2007, which is when you were at JMU and you were working at Finish Line, incredibly. One of the best basketball players in the world working at Finish Line. You used a Finish Line check to purchase which one of these sneakers?
Definitely the Air Jordan 1. It was the pack. I had to have it. And it's crazy because my coach didn't want me to work. He's like, you can't focus on your schoolwork and ball and work. And I'm like, Coach, I have to make money. But he didn't know I wanted to make money to just buy sneakers. So it was like I was working for sneakers because I would give my check right back.
So can you run us through that? Like, were you in the back of the store? You were just like, yo, just take my check back? Like, how did it work?
So I worked in the front and I did the register. So I wasn't in the back, but when they got shipments in, my manager knew I was a sneakerhead. So I was always looking like, well, what do we get in today? So when I seen that pack, I'm like, oh, please hold these. I definitely have to get them. And that's how it happened.
In 2019, you pulled out a ridiculous pair of sneakers for a game against the Chicago Sky. So Ty, which pair of sneakers were you wearing in that matchup against your former team?
The Yeezy ones. It was a playoffs. And I had to hold it down. You know, I had to represent. So definitely brought out the Yeezy ones.
Do you remember the reaction that you were getting that day from both in the arena and on social media?
And it was so crazy. Like, pictures went viral on social media. People couldn't believe that I hooped in them. They couldn't believe that I, brought those out for a playoff game. But it's crazy because they were actually comfortable. And like I said, I'm the type, I'm not going to play in a sneaker that doesn't feel good to me. And those were surprisingly comfortable to hoop in. So I would wear them again, like if I had to hoop in them because they were that comfortable.
All right, Ty, here we go. Round 2. So this is all block everything. And we're going to start out with a layup. This is easy. Which one of these Reebok sneakers was released in 1996?
The question mid.
Easy. You teased a pair of Ty Young question PEs.
Yeah.
So I got 2 questions for you.
Okay.
A, are those coming out? And B, how do you express yourself through footwear?
I feel like your swag, like just how you are. Like some people like loud sneakers. Some people, if their attitude is, if their personality is more subtle, they would like just black and white. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with my personality, I like sneakers that has like colors and, substance to it, especially when I'm hooping in them. So I would say that if it's not like a sneaker that has like a definite meaning, or something that I personally ID'd for something, then definitely sneakers that, pop a little bit.
And is there any chance of those popping on the shelves?
I don't know. We have to see. I don't know if that exact pair will come out or if we're going to create something new, because those were actually made for me to wear in the playoffs last year, but I didn't play in the bubble.
We go from 96 back to 91 because famously, D Brown in the 1991 dunk contest, he bends down at half court, he pumps up his sneakers. Which pair of pumps was D Brown wearing in that moment?
The Omni Zone. The Omni Light.
The Omni Light. You were close enough. We're gonna give you that one. You're 5 for 5 right now.
Blame it on the camera.
So the pump is such an iconic sneaker, right? And it's, you have that moment, but you also have this crazy technology that's inside the pump. How much attention do you pay to all the different technologies, back in the day and all the stuff that we see now?
So back in the day, for me, I really didn't pay attention to all the technology. I just, whoever that I looked up to or idolized or liked wore something, I wanted it. But now I look more at the technology and the comfort level of the kicks that I rock. So I guess it's something that's, changed as I got older and actually care about what something feels like on my foot.
When did you make that shift? When did you start to pay attention to the health side of the game?
Probably later in my career, like after I started having to be like a defender, running around screens and chasing people is not going to feel good if your sneakers aren't comfortable. So before, when I was just like a scorer, it didn't really matter.
From 91, we're going to fast forward a little bit because there was a Reebok sneaker that only got one OG colorway released in the mid-90s. So out of these 3 sneakers, which one of them only has one OG colorway?
Like right now?
Back in the day, when a certain player was playing in this silhouette, there was only one colorway.
The commitment. I don't know, because the answer had, they had white and red too.
Shaqnosis.
The Shaqnosis?
Shaqnosis.
Oh, see, you're right. Because now they got all these different colorways. Yeah, right. See, you're right. So that's why those were one of the favorites, because of the black and white OG. And now they have like all these new white, black and yellow and different colorways. Okay, yeah. Exactly. You got me.
You knew it. You knew the answer.
See, that's told you quizzes, I get nervous.
All right, so let me ask you one more question that's not about the quiz. What do you think is the most underrated pair of Reeboks? Because the Shaqnosis is a very underrated pair.
When you think of Reebok, everyone thinks about Iverson. But those Shaqs are like one of my all-time favorite Reeboks. And even the Kamikazes are a super dope sneaker too. I think people that are more into sneakers, love the OGs of the Kamikazes because they're into sneakers. But when you think about, the hype, everything is always around Iverson because of, he's Iverson. So you got to give him that credit. Changed the game. So I can dig it, but as a sneakerhead, for sure, the Shaqs are underrated.
All right, Ty. So the third round of Questions of the Soul is all about pop culture. And to give you a little bit of a window into what we're going to be talking about, I want to know what your first memory of Whitney Houston is.
My first memory is actually my cousin was driving for Whitney. So he took a picture with her and sent it to my mom because my mom was a big Whitney fan too. That's how I became a fan. And we had it framed and it was in our hallway at our house.
When was this? Were you a kid?
Yeah, I was a kid. Yeah, so it was before that. So that's my first memory.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
As Whitney sang at the 1991 Super Bowl, which pair of sneakers did she wear in that moment?
The Cortez.
Perfect. Look at you.
I was gonna say the Cortez before I even you even said anything about the tracksuit.
So you remember this moment?
No, but I just know Whitney style.
So please, for the rest of us that clearly don't know enough, can you please educate us and give us 3 songs that everyone should know of Whitney's?
I Will Always Love You. I Want to Dance with Somebody. And I Have Nothing.
All right, so the first question, layup. So we're going to move from the 1991 Super Bowl about 25 years later, because there was a woman that got her own question made colorway. Out of these three women, who got her own question made colorway?
Tayana, I got him, and I was at a pop up when she was in Chicago, and she signed them for me.
Easy. Look at you. 2 up, 2 down. Nothing to worry about. I will say, think a little bit extra about this last question.
Oh man.
There might be a little bit of a trick to it, because if we go all the way back to the early 2000s, Allen Iverson and Jadakiss teamed up for a commercial.
Oh, I think
What?
I kind of remember that.
So what were those songs about?
The 5. Why are you looking like that?
You might not be done with the question yet.
Oh, wait, what you said?
It's 2 pairs. They did 2 different commercials.
The 5 and the 7.
The 5 and the 6.
Oh,
It was tough. It's a tricky one. It was a tricky one. I tried to get you. You know too much. I had to get at least one in there.
I definitely remember the 5. So yeah, you got me with the 6 and the 6. Yeah, I just guessed on the 7. I was like, 5 and 6 is too easy to go with 5. So let me say 7.
All right, Ty. So through 3 rounds of questions about yourself, about Reebok, and about sneaker culture at large, you got 7 out of 9 correct, which makes you an all-star in questions of the soul.
Awesome. I haven't been an all-star yet in my WNBA career, so this is great.
Well, that's much deserved. We're here with royalty, the sneaker queen, the one and only Ty. Thank you again for coming through and chopping it up. And just as a reminder, everything that you saw on Questions of the Soul is available on eBay. It's 100% backed by their authenticity guarantee, and there are no fees on any of the purchases.